Ananya, since we are meeting for the first time, can we begin with introductions? And can I ask you to give me your introduction?
My name is Ananya. I'm 7 years old. I've been in class one, and and I live in Uttarakhand, a very beautiful state in India. My hobbies are to read books because reading books makes me feel happy and helps me learn new things. And I also like to talk to others like you because you have so many stories and experience to share, and I enjoy listening to them. That's all.
Okay. Okay, good to know that, Ananya. And I totally agree. Uttarakhand is a beautiful place. You're lucky to be living there. Okay, so a little bit about myself, Ananya. As you know, my name is Jennifer, and I'm someone who loves to read. So we have that in common. I love to read too. I've been reading since I learned how to read and write. I'm someone who loves traveling and someone who loves her coffee. Okay, I can't do without coffee. I'm sure you drink a lot of milk, but that's how it is. Okay, so you said that even you love to read, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of books do you generally read, Ananya? Or
Okay.
what was the last book you read?
So my mama gave me a book in my birthday in 6th
On
September.
your
So
birthday? Okay.
yeah, he gave me a book called Agatha Audley. After I finish that book, I'll get another, the part two, and after that, part three. And I also have Attitude is Everything book, and
Mhm.
the magic of thinking big, the power of your subconscious mind. But I don't know where the power of subconscious mind I don't know where it got lost. Like I don't know where did it
Oh,
go. But
okay. So you may have just misplaced it. I'm sure it's lying around somewhere.
yeah, and I've also actually I read one book with 156 pages in one day.
Wow, that's really amazing, Ananya. Tell me more about that book. What was it about? What did you learn from that book? That's the most
Okay,
important part.
that
Hmm.
was my favorite movies book. Okay, so my favorite character is Sophia, and my father bought me the Sophia book. Actually my Tauji gave me that in my birthday, and
On your birthday.
yeah, I love books. I'm obsessed with them.
Okay. So, what's the name of the book, Ananya? The Sophia book. What's the name of the book?
It's Disney Sophia, the first storybook collection.
Okay, that's new. I haven't heard of her. So, tell me more. Is she a detective?
No, she's not a detective, but Agatha Hadley is a detective novel. Actually, Sophia is a princess. Okay, so in
Oh,
yeah, actually
okay.
she used to be a village girl, but after that she became a princess. And after that, her father gifted her an amulet. He did not even know that it's magical, except Sophia. Only Sophia knew that it was magical. No one else.
Okay, so what can this magical amulet do? What's
Like
special?
for example, she can talk to animals and also bring other Disney princesses. For example, Princess Cinderella, Princess Belle, and Princess which else? Snow White, and so much more.
Okay, so you're saying the amulet has magical powers, and with that, Sophia can speak to all the animals.
Yeah, she can
Wow.
talk with animals.
Hmm. Okay, so that was one thing that the amulet can do. What was the other thing? You said she could bring the other princesses? I couldn't quite get that. What was that all about?
For example, she can also bring other princesses in her movie. For example, Cinderella,
Okay.
Princess Belle, and so much more
Mhm.
princesses. Snow White.
Okay. Okay, so you mean she can bring many princesses, not so much, but many princesses into her story.
Yeah, into her
Wow.
movie.
Into her movie. Wow. So you said she could bring Cinderella, she could bring Snow White into her movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you read about Cinderella and Snow White too?
Yeah, I know Snow White and Cinderella story also, but I don't
Okay.
have a book of them. Yeah, I think I have a book with her which has so many pages, 106 pages, and they read also that in one day.
Oh, wow, that's really speed reading. Ananya,
Yeah,
that's good that you read fast. But what's our aim actually? Are we just reading it to finish so that we can say, oh, I finished reading a book that had 106 pages? Or do you want to say that I learned so many new things from that book? What's more important?
ac- okay, that I learned a new lesson. That's more impressive. Can we change the topic?
Exactly.
Can we talk about the topic? I have a topic.
Mhm. Go ahead. What would you like to
Okay,
talk about?
how to overcome from fear.
Okay, how to overcome fear.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
the topic.
Can you be a little more specific? Because when you say fear, that could mean different things for different people. For example, I'm really scared of spiders. So for me, fear would mean the fear of spiders. So I would say overcoming my fear of spiders. What do you want to overcome? What fear it is that you want to overcome?
Okay.
Anything specific?
Actually, I have a fear of a very popular doll. It's called Labubu. Do you have any idea of Labubu?
Yes, that's a very ugly doll. I know everyone's going nuts over it, but it's not something I like. So, in fact, I say that I don't like, but you take it one step forward and you say that you're scared of labubus. So, fear
Yeah,
and dislike. Mine is like mine. You are scared. Why are you scared of labubu? I know it's ugly, but even so.
yeah. Not because it's ugly. Actually, I wanted it before, but my mother showed me a video, and after that, I just cried, "Don't give it to me! Don't give it to me!"
What made you change your mind? What was in that video that you
In
saw?
that, it said that Labubu brings negativity, and Labubu we can get marked if we play with Labubu too much.
Okay, I got that when you said that, Labubu because it looks really weird and well, not very nice. So it might bring negative or negativity into the house. What was the
Yeah.
second thing you said, Ananya? I didn't quite get that.
The second thing was that we can get a mark somewhere if we play with that.
You could get?
I actually I also saw that we can get a mark somewhere because of
Uh,
Labubu.
are you saying that you could get a mark on your body if
Yeah,
you play
but
with that Labubu doll? Okay.
yeah. Actually, when I watched our video, there were so many scary things of Labubu. Inside Labubu were such scary things. Actually,
Okay, so it's good that, maybe a good thing that you saw the reality behind Labubu could be real. So I'm going to ask you something, Ananya. These videos that you watched on YouTube, which tells you about the negativity that a Labubu doll can bring, and of course the marks that it can leave on your body. Do
yeah.
you believe in that? Do you think that's true, or do you think we should take it with a pinch of salt?
I think it's real.
Okay, it's real. Okay. So my next question is, whatever that you see on YouTube, whatever, should
Even
we
that,
believe everything that we see on YouTube? Do you
I,
think it's a good
I
idea to believe everything that you say
actually I
on
don't
YouTube?
know that. I don't know that because I think actually my father said actually, my father said that we shouldn't believe everything on YouTube videos. But I'm trying to overcome from fears, but nothing is working. Well, I've seen yesterday I saw a video how to overcome from fear. So I learned some
Okay.
tips to tell others.
Okay. Would you like to share them with me? It'll help me overcome my fear of spiders. You never know. So, what
Yeah.
are those tips? How do we overcome our fears?
Okay. I know three tips. So the
Mhm.
first tip is mental garbage. Whatever is your fear, it's all mental garbage. Mental garbage.
Mhm.
It is fear. When you overthink too much, if you overthink more, then it might become even more of your day life. Then you might be thinking about it all the time, even when you're trying to overcome from it. And that's why. That's why I don't think much about it. Even when you're trying to not think about it, it's still your brain screams. The brain screams that what is happening, that what if this happens, what if that happens. For example, what if a spider comes under your bed, what if a spider comes on your bed, what if uh, what if my best friend will not be friends with me anymore, what if Labubu
Wow,
doll is under
that's a
your bed
real
and live
fear.
with itself. So
Mm.
actually, all these fears are just imagination. So, and
Mhm.
so for example, there's a lot of garbage in your home, okay, and you didn't throw
Mm.
it out. So later, when you're trying to throw it out, it becomes too heavy. Yeah, I know you wouldn't do that, but you do that every day with your fears. So your fears are mental garbage. So you keep the garbage inside the house. Instead, write it all on a paper and throw the paper. And that will become like you're taking the paper away and throwing it. And that can become that you're taking all the mental garbage into the paper from your brain and then
Mm.
throwing it. So that's a tip to get rid of that. Second, silence is the best way too. So silence is, so if
Silence.
you say
Okay.
silence, so actually, so for example, you're only watching, listening to music. You don't want to stay in silence. You're afraid of it. For example, so
Mm.
all you're all you're doing is just, instead of staying silent, you are watching reels and shorts, and also watching long videos about topics. You are listening to music, watching podcasts, making podcasts, but actually you are only feeling a bit relaxed. So, for example, one day your battery is low, okay, and you're
Mhm.
outside, so you didn't bring a power bank with you or charger.
Wow.
So, so
I'll be
in,
stuck.
yeah. So
Mm.
instead, so you will stay a little bit quiet. But if you stay a bit quiet for a while, after 20
Mhm.
minutes, something magical can happen. Because something will happen. You will already overcome from your fear. Your brain will not scream anymore. Third, the last tip is the last of all tip is uh, meditation. If you do meditation and closing your eyes for 20 minutes, at first your brain will scream, "That's not stupid, nothing will happen. You'll never overcome from your fear." But then your
Mm.
soul will whisper, "Keep doing your meditation. You'll overcome from your fear." You have to listen to the whisper. That's where you, that's where that's where your real self is hiding, living. But which is the loud voice which is shouting is not the real one. So so that and after 20 minutes you might realize that all your fear has gone. So that's all.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ananya. I think those are really useful tips, you know. So you said mental garbage, your fear is like the garbage in your house. So don't wait for it to become a lot. So if you're trying to throw away a lot of garbage, you
Yeah.
don't you'll have a tougher time. So every day just throw your
I
garbage out. Okay, that's a good tip. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, actually
So
there was another word of the speech. Actually, which what I was saying. Let me just think what I was saying. Okay.
yeah.
I was saying, if you have one fear in your mind, like for the first time when I had Labubu fear, I only got a
Mm,
scary picture in my mind. I thought it would only stay that much. But soon my fears became even more. I felt that there's someone behind me when I'm doing my washroom. I feel that there's someone under the bed, like Labubu dog is under the bed. These type of fears even more come from 1 to 1,000.
okay, so your fear was increasing. So you
Yeah.
thought that it was all around you, behind you, under your bed. Okay, it was increasing. But then because you used these three tips, you were able to get rid of it. Okay,
But
good.
I still didn't try the. I don't. Yeah, I actually didn't try these tips.
Mhm. Then how do you manage to overcome your fear, Ananya?
Right now, I'm still under my fear, but I'll try it tomorrow.
Okay, you're trying. Okay, well, that's good. At least you're not giving up. Okay, you're
Yeah.
trying. Now, Ananya, these are really, I like the rules, I mean, the tips that you gave me. Now, let me quickly, it's time for me to give you something now, and that's a feedback. Okay,
Okay.
so I would have loved to talk more about other topics in the sense I want to know how fluent you would be if we were talking about topics which were not familiar. Having said that, you do have a good fluency, as in you're able to talk or speak in a second language in a fluent manner. Okay, which is good. So, Ananya, I really loved talking to you. I think your tips, like I said, were really useful. What I would love to do is get to know more about the different topics and the subjects that you learn in school. I'd
Ma'am,
love to share. Mhm.
ma'am, actually, I know two songs also.
You know two songs also. Wow. So we will save that for our next session, Ananya. Keep your songs ready. When we meet next, you are sharing them with me.
Okay.
Okay? In the
Okay.
meantime, keep reading. I think that's the best way to learn language.